We're gonna try this again because I was apparently filming away from my face. Welcome back everyone to Fingers Crossed Motorsports. Welcome back everyone to Fingers Crossed Motorsports. Channel's actually getting some traction, which is kind of fun. Please keep subscribing and liking. Hoping to kind of make this a thing, show you guys some wild stuff. Maybe teach a few lessons here and there about different things. Figured I'd start as something cool. Took me I did not know this for years. And now that I do, it makes my life a lot easier. And that's how to remove studs from your heads or anything like that. Cool little trick I'm going to show you guys because I figured if I didn't know it, a lot of other people probably don't know it too. Get my tripod set up here. Okay, you guys probably aren't able to see what I'm going to do here, but you know, I'll actually make an example off these two studs right here on the water pump, or where the water hose pipes go. Actually, I don't even know what the right bolt says for this, but we'll see. Okay, they do. Good. These were already loose, so it's not really going to do that much. What you need is a wrench and two nuts. You're going to put one on. Well, you can either put the box end on first, or if you can just use this end. Either way, I prefer this end. You're going to put one nut on, like so. You're going to take another nut, you're going to put it on the other side. So you have that. Can you see that? Yeah. And then, what size is this? Do I have the right size up here? I do. So you're going to tighten them together, like that. Okay. And then you can just take the box end you already have on there and just use that to rotate it out. All right, make sure your wrench is the right size. Oops. No worries. Works on putting them in too. You just do it on the other side. And so that way you're not damaging threads, you don't have to use your vice grips to try to get them out. So we're going to do that with one of these studs on the exhaust side here, because I hate studs. I don't know if anyone else does. What I'm going to do is leave a couple of these studs probably on the outside, so that way I have something to hang the manifold off of. I'm going to be taking a couple bolts and using them instead of these studs, because I hate studs. I know they work fine. I'm sure I'm going to get some flames in the comment about it, but I cannot stand them. They are the worst. Got that on there. This is actually spinning nicely. This might actually come out really easy. I spoke too soon. There we go. Easy. Just undo it and boom. That is how you extract studs from an engine. Focus. There we go. Boom. And then you drop it in the engine bay. How that bounced the whole way over here, I don't know. Now you don't have damaged threads. You can clean them up, put them back in, do whatever you need, but that's how you get them out. Karma. Karma.
Maybe I should turn it this way and put it up against the camera.
I'm already filming.
Oh.
Dude, you are the epitome of a car guy. You have 4 wheels and an engine in your kitchen.
I know.
Just leave it there. It's fine. Or just take it off. It does look great on camera, that's for sure.
Oh, I know it does.
And honestly, on camera with this shitty light you have, it like the valve covers and the stuff you as I said, the stuff that doesn't match in person. The only thing that doesn't match is these bolts.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good.
Are you solid?
Yeah, I'm good. Decided we're gonna show my motor a little bit. I'll go over a few things here. It's not completely put together. I understand that. I know the timing belt's just sitting here, so save me the comments on that. It's still a 3-liter from like as it is from the factory. It's a twin turbo block. They're actually the NA heads. I have a set of twin turbo heads I was going to use for it, but they're so close the same in size and port shape. Everything's exactly the same. And the difference between these heads and the twin turbo heads, at least the ones that I own, is the twin turbo heads I own are from a 91-92, and these heads are from 93 that I own. And there's slight variations, differences. The 91-92s use an actual, up here, they use a big Hall effect cam sensor on it instead of using, there's a crank position sensor and a cam sensor on the 93 and ups. So that's something I'm going to have to change around a little bit of wiring to switch that over. Not a huge deal. But the block itself, like I said, still a 3-liter. It has the factory forged crank in it. It has Wiseco pistons. I'm trying to remember what the actual name of them is, but
Yeah, they're fancy Wiseco pistons.
They're expensive Wiseco pistons. Pressure ratio is still the same. Should be, I believe it's 8.5 of 1. Nice and low for boost. Yeah, actually, it's going to off.
Yeah, I just couldn't pull it off with one hand.
Still be running these are stock twin turbo cams. They're really not a bad cam as far as being a stock cam. Duration and everything on them is pretty nice. I already own one cammed car, so I want to be able to drive this one and enjoy it. So there's that.
It's kind of like what I was doing with why I have the V8 in my car is it's not a crazy race motor to have a nice fun amount of horsepower.
And this motor is cageable enough as it is in stock form. There's no sense messing with anything that doesn't need messed with. Although I did, these are the 3rd gen revised lifters in here. They have the bigger oil ports on them, so they're less prone. Like I say, they're not going to tick because they will, but they're less prone to ticking like the other ones do. The oil ports on the factory ones is a pinhole, and these ones, I mean, they're like 1/16 of an inch. So.
And for those that don't realize, these have like an auto lash, so you don't have to worry about adjusting them. Once the oil pressure gets up, they fill the gap themselves. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, they're hydraulic lash adjusters.
Whatever, fancy words.
I replaced this fuel rail loop. Simple, stupid, but the factory one comes out and it's got like an S-bend squiggle in it. Kind of dumb. This will flow better for big injectors. Adjustable fuel pressure regulator. And you still need to get my attachment for the gauge and to switch to AN lines. Good. This is all ARP bolts. The girdle bolts are ARP. The head studs are ARP. The rod bolts are ARP. I have a crank pulley bolt somewhere for it that's ARP, which is kind of overkill, but whatever. It's like $25, I think.
You have what, the upgraded tensioner, the PCT?
Paraquat's custom tooling, solid timing belt tensioner, as well as the gauge racing. I believe it's Kevlar.
It's kind of fancy.
Come
on, focus. There we go.
Oh yeah, it's nice. I have a couple things from them.
It's really nice. I like it.
Nice work.
Yeah.
I have that, and I have a idle air control motor block off to remote it, because I have the intake manifold for this is actually the exact same setup as far as gasket and mounting and bolts and everything. It's the exact same as the Stratuses and the Dodge Avengers, which have the same motor, but the throttle body is on the driver's side of those cars, whereas on 3000 GT it's on the passenger side. So this will be a big single turbo motor, and the turbo will sit roughly here in relation to the rest of the motor.
Because this is transmission side for these cars.
And if the throttle body was here and the turbo is mounted here, your intercooler piping is going to be an inch over top your downpipe, and there's a lot of heat soak issues I don't want to deal with. So I actually got the factory intake manifold off of a Avenger from the junkyard, and it literally drops right on, lines up, everything's perfect, puts the throttle body where I need it to be, solve problems, $30.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah. A lot of people are buying, sheet metal ones that are $1,000 and everything, and you don't know how they flow. You don't know whether it's going to make it worse or better. So I bought the factory one. Figured they got more R&D in it than the guy on Facebook does. I've got my
How dare you?
Yeah, I know. All my cam covers that eventually will go on once that belt's tensioned and set properly.
And let's not forget your fancy blitz wheels.
Yes, this is actually kind of a selling point for me. These are...
Is this the one that's put together wrong?
No.
Oh.
The ones that are put together wrong are the ones that have tires on.
Oh.
The guy...
There's my garage, which you've seen in other videos, and then there's Rob's basement, which is my garage in a basement.
Slightly more organized in your garage.
It's a lot more organized than my garage. At least all your car parts are in one spot and behind a door.
So, alright, so we'll start with this. These are 350Z headers. Believe it or not, they actually match right up with 3000 GT exhaust ports. And I mean exactly, perfectly match up. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to whack these flanges off because the bolt pattern is obviously completely different. And I found a set of flanges they sell that are 3000 GT flanges that are actually even countersunk. So these pipes will sit into them so you get a better seal on them. And these will, this is the rear, I believe. No, that's the rear one. Yeah, this is the front. And this is the rear.
And this is a pretty common practice in the 3000 GT world.
Yeah, it's where I got the idea from.
Yeah, it's not like this is just...
something I made up.
Yeah.
I'm not that smart.
It's not like me with my Volvo.
Yeah, so these will sit roughly about that far apart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this part off right before that bung hole. And change the outlet on it to a little bit of different angle, and they will come around and meet each other, and turbo will bolt right in the center of the two pipes and sit directly over transmission.
What if you flip them?
What do you mean?
Like you made that one, the front one, so that way the pipe was at like a correct angle. Like flip that over for me? Yeah.
Because then it puts them down.
Yeah,
I
okay.
need them up.
Okay, fair enough.
Plus they have to clear the motor mounts.
True.
Because the motor mounts in that car sit right below the here's my
Never dull.
yeah. There's my IAC block off by Paraquat. Works really nice. 2 vacuum hoses. Problem solved. And these are my little project I've been playing with down here. That's why the Never Dull's here. I've been polishing these brake line holders I'm going to replace my factory ones with. It's just dumb stuff like this that makes the difference when you look at a car that's really nice. Or, someone's just mentally ill.
Yeah, Rob's project with his 3000, where my car is more, I want to go really fast. Rob's car is fun amounts of horsepower, but a really nice show car.
Yeah, it's never going to get raced. And I know people are going to hate me for it, but frankly, I don't care. I want a car that I'm going to be proud of.
Oh, damn it.
I bought this just for these videos.
Hell yeah, brother.
Please don't sue us, Cletus.
You know what? I think Cletus, if anything, would just be like, hey.
He'd probably say, hell yeah, brother.
He would, too.
Here's something fun. Here's my clutch.
That's a monstrously sized box. Like,
yeah, for that.
For that.
Yeah, this is
Oh, those all nicely packaged.
Oh, yeah.
Got a nice, what, throw bearing,
Alignment tool.
alignment tool. Man, yours came with alignment tool? Mine didn't.
And then the actual pressure plates on it there, but I'm not going to dig it out.
Some exhaust pieces. This is going to be what, for part of your downpipe? Or is it just old stuff?
This actually, I bought this when I was going to make it 20.
Oh, then you got this for your join.
I don't know if I'm going to use this either, because it's not the best.
Yeah.
I'd really rather have one that's made better. Yeah, and then I have my...
Oh, you know what you should get?
What's up?
It's over there on that shelf.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, here's a really nice fuel assembly. We'll do little pieces of his car. You know, not really having big giant videos about his car because it's not really quite there yet. So it's kind of just an overview.
So this is my baby.
Yes, he actually spent the money and got.
Oh yeah, no expense spared. Yeah, I must spend a lot of money on something, but it was worth it.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's, I mean, it's kind of a big turbo.
Yeah, nice 4-inch inlet.
You can put your hand into it. V-band outlet.
What size is it?
That's a 6170. Actually,
I put the box down here.
it's a 6176, I think.
Yeah, 6176 with a 68 AR.
Yeah.
So it'll actually spool up pretty well.
Yeah,
it'll work
it's not
well.
huge. It's not gonna be like some Supra spooling up, a battleship. But I mean, the compressor wheels, solid billet, which is kind of cool.
Now this is just a journal bearing too. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not. We didn't spend that much money.
I mean, it's still $1,000 turbo.
Hey Precision, if you want to sponsor us, please do. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
please. I already bought it. I already bought the most expensive item.
We just need wastegates.
James, get in the toolbox.
I hate that you bought that.